So, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, so welcome to a foreigner in the Philippines. Sure. Yeah, so welcome. I need to put you in the video. Yeah, so welcome to a foreigner in the Philippines.
Excuse me, did you say so welcome to...
Yeah, so welcome. Well, it's another video, mahal. We need to, we
We're
need to
getting a
work.
little bit repetitive there.
We need to work. We need to work.
And?
I'm trying to find that message. So Terence and Beth, I'm planning to be in the Philippines. How much do you think should I need to come there? That I will be safe and at the same time I will be comfortable. How much?
As the Brits would say, how long is a piece of string?
Yeah, I think it's not a matter of how much you bring, but it's about how much your what is your lifestyle that you are intended to live here. You know, if your lifestyle is go to a five-star resort, five-star hotel, then of course, and you want to be in the city, which every food are expensive. Like if you go to a five-star hotel or in the main city, in the restaurant, in a nice restaurant, the food will be range 300 to 500 per meal, right? On one meal,
I
depending
think
on,
if
right?
you're talking about a good quality
Yes.
restaurant, a lot more than 300 to 500 for
Yeah,
a
so
meal.
600 something like that. In the resort, in the you know. So depending on, it's not about how much is the safe to bring, but it's about what's kind of lifestyle that you are dreaming of, that you are preferring, you are looking forward to live here, to enjoy it here. You know, if you want it, as I said, it depends on what the location, right? If you've been in Manila, if you're in Cebu, and if you're gonna be in Boracay, you know, if you want to be in Siargao, you know, where expensive
Well,
accommodation.
these are tourist
Yeah, the
areas
tourist area.
where the prices are reflected.
Yeah, but if you go to the province and you're gonna rent the pension house, you know, and you just into food,
Honey,
then
nobody's going to come here and live in a pensioned house, are they?
now in a resort, in province, in the resort where it's not really in demand on the tourist, right? Where the prices of accommodation is not as high compared to the tourist destination areas, island, you know. So that's another thing that you need to consider, sir. You know what kind of lifestyle you are looking for. So it's not just about, it's not about how much you are gonna prepared of, but it's about what are your what is your dream life that you want to build here in the Philippines, right? If you got, do you have a girlfriend that you're gonna meet here? Can you closer because you're not in the video, darling?
Oh,
Yeah. What do you have a Filipina that you're gonna meet here, or are you looking for Filipina? You know, because if you have a Filipina that you're gonna meet here, expect that you have got, there's a family on that, you know. So that's another thing that you need to consider also. But as I said, it's not just about how big money do you have, but it's about how you manage to spend, uh, to spend and the budget that you are that you are allowed to spend.
allowed.
Yeah, that you wanted to allow yourself to spend it. You know, just remember, it's about managing your finances. Can you say now?
Which is a lot of words without actually telling them anything, isn't it? When when I go to breakfast with my friend Michael, we go to a very nice restaurant. There are not restaurants. There are not so many of in Taliban, a small town, right? It's a growing town, expanding very fast with lots of new building and so on. So lots of places to eat, but they are all around the 300 per meal. That's about the average meal, isn't it? About 300. Unless you go to, I think it's called the Buzz in
Talibon.
Taliban, and that's the restaurant that's actually in what passes for a mall here. We don't have a mall, but we do have Al Torres, which is the closest that we have. What are you trying to do?
The
Scared
time.
or something?
It's okay. The time.
Right.
I need to be
Yeah.
8 minutes more than. Okay, continue.
We need to, to 8 minutes. So it depends. Beth is right that it depends how you eat. You know, when we go, when Michael and I go, we have the same meal every time. I actually go there because it's cheap, and it's a very nice restaurant with very nice people, and it's called, if ever you come to Taliban, it's called PP Coffee, and they're wonderful people. They know exactly what I want, know how I like it to be cooked. I found that Filipinos tend to overcook the eggs, so you get the plastic egg thing. Whereas my eggs, when I go, I have what I think is almost meets my need for protein, and I have 3 eggs, and I have a very small, well, maybe this much. I have maybe that much rice, or maybe a little bit more than that. Try to keep down on the rice. It's only Filipinos who think that rice is life, and yes, we have it at every meal, but I tend to try to keep the amount of rice that I eat, but I still eat it at 3 meals, don't I? No, 2 meals. 2 meals. I have my meal in the morning at PP Coffee, and then our evening meal that you've seen here. So the girls will eat a ton of rice. I always say enough to feed an elephant, and they'll eat. This is the dish. This is the dish, which is pork. I think pork menudo. I'm not quite sure, with some veggies, cabbage, potatoes chopped very small, and they'll eat less of that than they will of rice. When Lovely is here, she would eat a staggering amount of rice, which I don't want to do. So my average meal when I go out is actually with a tip is 200 pesos. That's it, and that's with a tip, and that is 3 eggs, rice, a little tiny bit of ham. Well, it's not really ham. Couple of pieces of tomato and a coffee, and that costs 200 pesos. So we do that, and then the evening meal is what we have now. But other people I know, our friend Rob, who has come out and is actually at the moment touring Bohol, has a nice motorcycle which is set up for travel with side panniers, and he's travelling around, and he meets with his girlfriend. He has a regular girlfriend, and they go and they have a terrific time. Suspect that their meals are a little bit more than 200 pesos. But anyway, that's their lifestyle. They go down to the beach, bikinis, ladies, alcohol. We never have alcohol. We don't have alcohol in the house. You might in the background see what look like full wine bottles. That's Beth's idea of decor. they're not. They're filled with water. Another Filipino way of doing things. So that's what happens there. What's left of our meal now will go to feeding the dogs. And in the Philippines, dogs eat rice with the rest of us, and so they'll get what's left of the meat, which they call the dish, and then it will be with rice. And I'm looking at Beth now, and she's making up 2 meals for our 2 little dogs. They're only little dogs anyway. So I would say that we're about done. And as soon as I said it was done,
Yeah, so again, sir, it's just about management, and at the same time, it's not about how big how big the
well,
money.
don't say the same thing all over
No,
again.
I just want to wrap up. It's not just about how big the money do you have, right? And it's not about how big the pension do you have, because it's not about how big is the money do you have, but it's about how do you spend it wisely, right?
Yes.
So, like, comment,
Yes.
and subscribe, and thank you for watching, sir. And if you're gonna be around Bohol, visit us. We have a room, Airbnb. Maybe you'd love to stay here once for a couple of days.
Well, we're in the process of building. We have an inn building which has 6 rooms. The whole thing is all finished, and we're in the process now of going through and furnishing each room. But as we choose not to work on finance, we are paying for everything in cash. So we earn it, and then we spend it, and we don't spend it until we've earned it.
And if you're looking, sir, for a property here in Bohol, or whoever watching this and looking for a property, a beach lot, a farm lot, a commercial lot, or any lot that you wanted to around Bohol, message me, message Terence, or check out on my Facebook page, Elizabeth Martin, and you can see those properties here in Bohol that I am listed with. Thank you, and subscribe. Bye-bye. God bless everyone. Good night.